In 259 BC, after the split of Gaius Aquillius Florus and Lucius Cornelius Scipio, Hamilcar brought the massacre of Florus' 6,000 legionaries. Luckily, the consul survived and fled the battle. Scipio, in the other hand, captured Aleria and Corsica with his 14,000 legionaries. Scipio, after capturing another 2 bases of the Carthaginians, he marched towards Olbia.
Carthage is a city of monsters, child killers who have no respect for family or ties of blood. They love only gold and the depraved pleasures it buys. I counted a Roman duty to exterminate them all. To arms!
Hanno, however, was commanding the city of Olbia.
Our defenses are strong, but it is not barricades or walls that hold back foes. It is the men that guard them. Check again. We will not falter. We will not give. We will hold to the last. Fight to the last. Or we allow the enemy in!
It was another siege event for Scipio. During the First Punic War, after the defeat of the Carthaginians in Agrigentum and Mylae, they relied on heavily defending their cities. This would take many days for the Romans to destroy the Carthaginian defense. The Romans' besieging tactics was scanning the weakest walls of the enemies. After the scouting was done, they would turn back to their camps, which is situated near the cities which is besieged. Every siege needed a good army and good siege engines. These engines were the siege towers. The Musculus. The battering ram. Or the Testudo, or tortoise. When the preparations of the Roman were done, Scipio ordered his men to advance. At the start of the siege, the Romans usually commanded their siege towers to advance the enemy walls. The siege towers had a height of 23 meters or 75 feet. It had an armor made of iron plate, and this was to protect it against arrows with fire. It was also equipped at the top with men using projectiles to cover the men below the towers and suppress the defending men at the walls. right behind the siege towers, with a digging team of legionaries covered under the Musculus. The Musculus provided a good protection for the Romans, who needed to be near the walls and excavating ditches to weaken it. These attempts were usually laborious. As the Romans advanced the walls, the Carthaginians prepared to fire their volley of arrows in the hope of destroying their enemy's siege towers. Musculus, or in plural the Musculii, were made of wood or hide, and it almost resembled the same structures of the battering ram. The siege towers, though slow, which it could bring the destruction of it through arrows of the enemies. When I could get grasp at the enemy walls, the legionaries or the soldiers inside it could fight to capture the wall. While the Carthaginians were busy dealing with the legionaries raiding the walls, when the diggers under the Musculus were under the walls, they could start doing their job. While the digging team were busy with their job, and obviously pressured by the enemy's projectile, they were covered by legionaries who used also projectiles. These were surely the Velites, who were javelin men. After some time, when the diggers finally completed their task, the Romans advanced their Testudo to destroy the weakened enemy walls. The Testudo and Ares or battering rams were the Romans' best assets during sieges. The battering rams were made of long, heavy fir, or even ash beam, with a large ram head made of bronze or iron. Its functionality was either breaking the enemy gates or destroying the walls. The ram was long 80 feet, and it needed a handful of men, and even oxen to move it. With the walls broken, the Romans finally had the chance to attack the Carthaginians and roam all the way for their victory. The defense of the broken wall was intense and brutal. Both the Carthaginians and the Romans struggled for control over the gap. The defense of the Carthaginians collapsed, and the Romans made their advance. The resistance that Carthage showed was still useless against the wrath of Rome. At the broken walls, many soldiers lost their lives, and Hanno was about to meet his fate.
They outnumber us, but each of us is worth 10 of those dogs. Should we fall, we will have cost them blood and treasure. We will spit defiance at these aggressors. For our people, this is a glorious death.
With the death of Hanno, the city of Olbia was handed to Scipio and Rome. Hanno was a general who fought in the first stages of the First Punic War. For his bravery, he had a proper military funeral given by Scipio. The consul, however, had to leave the city due to crisis. Rome and Carthage would fight another day.